Welcome to Detective Diaries, brought to you by Private Detectives Answer Investigation. If you are captivated by the art of deduction, the thrill of solving the unsolvable, or the enigmatic world of private investigation, you've just found your new favorite podcast. Detective Diaries is where secrets unravel and the truth is always a clue away. Presented by Private Detectives Answers Investigation, each episodes contain offbeat conversations about the real people involved in investigation.
You join us once more for another episode of Detective Diaries. Today I am joined by our newest recruit, Daria Simpson-Dernovaya. She's 20 years old, currently studying at the University of Bath, doing an undergraduate criminology degree. She's joining us for a professional placement year, so lots of good things to look forward to. But Daria's doing more than that. It's been agreed, and may I say she's very interested in producing what we're going to call Daria's Diaries. She's going to be coming to you hopefully every 2, maybe 3 weeks with her thoughts, opinions, and some of the cases she's been getting involved in. It'll be great for any of the students listening, anyone who's interested in our work experience. You'll get a real insight into what we do and how we do it. So without further ado, Daria, take it away.
Hello everyone, I'm Daria Simpson-Dernovaya, and as Harry rightly said, I'm at University of Bath and I'm doing a criminology degree, and I'm very excited to join the team. I'm 20 years old. I was born in Kazakhstan, specifically in the capital city, Astana.
Wow.
And I moved here about 10 years ago.
Wow. So that's quite a unique experience straight away. I mean, so you're born in Kazakhstan. I mean, how many languages do you speak? Come on, put me to shame.
I speak only 2 languages, but that's still one more than you. I speak Russian and English.
Wow.
I'm fluent in both. I like to practice both. And
do you find that you're using the Russian often?
With my family, absolutely. I go back every year, every summer. Most of my grandparents and relatives speak only Russian. But on top of that, music, films, everything, just it's a mixture of both. It's a 50-50 brain. I've got a 50-50 brain.
Well, that sounds fascinating. Come on, give me a phrase and something perhaps you say to your family or they say to you when you're back home.
Well, one of the really good phrases that comes to mind that relates especially to the job that I'm doing with you guys now is "Глаза боятся, руки делают." You heard of that one?
No, go on, tell me more.
It basically, the direct translation is your eyes are scared, but your hands are still doing. It means that when you're scared of something, you just do it. And that's nice because I was worried about starting this job. Everything is new. The people are new. I haven't done any of these techniques before. So I'm scared, but I'm still doing it. And there's another one which is quite funny, and it relates to me being used to getting used to a 9-to-5 job, which is "Сделай дело, гуляй смело," which literally just means get it done and then you can relax.
I quite like that last one. So, come on, why would you want to do this job? Tell us a bit more about your background, your education, but what led you to want to be a private investigator?
So as I said, I am currently at University of Bath. I'm doing an undergraduate criminology degree. And I strongly recommend for anybody that's listening to study criminology. It's a very well-rounded degree. You get your foot in the door to sociology, psychology, law, politics. We do studies of conflict and criminology, obviously. My favorite modules so far have been ones that are in global crimes of the powerful, female criminality and youth justice. But having said all of that, through my 2 years at uni so far, I've noticed myself getting really bored of theory and hypotheticals.
Right.
So that's honestly what motivated me to come here and actually start applying the knowledge and practicing what I preach.
Sure, getting the actual practical experience of
Absolutely,
going out and doing the real thing, right?
Doing the real thing and applying all of these theories instead of sitting in the classroom and wondering whether or not these theories are accurate and how they can help in the real world.
So is this always something that you wanted to do you think, from when you were younger?
Well, I am the first in my family to go into this type of career. I don't have any background in law enforcement. We've got teachers in our family, we've got politicians in our family, coal miners, but no law enforcement, no private detectives. So I wanted to do something first, and I wanted to stand out from my family and sort of add to our family portfolio of jobs. I think so, honestly. I think it was something that I wanted to do since I was quite a bit younger, but I didn't have a name for it.
Right.
I sort of knew that I wanted to do research and I wanted to do something with the detective vibe. I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do.
I guess then the real question is, what have you been doing? What is this real practical stuff? And clearly you've been enjoying it, right? I can tell by the smile on your face.
I have. I really have, Harry, to be honest. Where do I begin? I think I'll begin with the most exciting thing that I did, which was surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
In and of itself, the word surveillance has put like a shocked expression on everybody's faces. When I told people, yeah, I'm just doing surveillance tomorrow, it was always, what? What do you mean by that? But we did surveillance in Reading, without going into too many details. I felt very natural doing it. It was very exciting. I felt myself following instincts, especially when me and Juliet were splitting up and sort of covering all bases. I also think that when you start doing surveillance, you start to really think about how you behave normally, even if it's just, how do I sit down when I've got nothing to hide? How do I hold my phone when I'm not stalking somebody and trying to replicate that? So that was quite interesting. Another thing that I have done this week is been to a networking event with Nigel, where, not to brag, but I met and chatted to the mayor of Guildford.
Oh, you met the mayor?
I met the mayor, and she showed me a picture of her bicycle, and she's got a fantastic parking spot with just that. She was brilliant. I really enjoyed her.
I want to come back to the surveillance for a second, because I like what you said about the psychological elements. It's one of those things, isn't it? You have to sometimes get over your own paranoia of,
Yes.
should I sit with my leg crossed like this,
Yeah.
or like that? And I've got a newspaper. How did you find getting into that side of it?
Not that difficult. I think it's because I've realized in my 20 years of life that nobody cares. It's to the point where I can go out in a bin bag and I'm pretty sure nobody will notice me. So sitting down and just being on my phone, well, pretending to be on my phone, felt quite natural. Sure. I think it's quite a bit different from other people's experience, because instead of assuming the worst, I sort of assume that nobody cares, and that's usually the case. Usually, if I were to go back and ask, did you notice me sitting out there for 8 hours? They would say no, which is shocking and very interesting to think about from a psychological perspective. But nevertheless, I found it very natural to do surveillance, to be honest. It was, as I said, just following instincts. I felt like I knew that what I was doing from the get-go.
Pretty operative out of you. Yes, that should be brilliant.
Please do so.
So you've done a bit of surveillance. You had this networking meeting, obviously meeting the mayor. That was wonderful. Tell us a bit more. What else have you been up to this week?
I've done some research, which was incredibly exciting. I did some GPS tracking and a bit of Google Maps action, looking at what around the area could possibly have taken this woman 3 hours to do. Last night we went to serve legal papers, didn't we?
We did.
You said it was boring. I disagree. I found it really exciting improvising how to get into the building. When I literally told you to step aside, rang a random doorbell, just said, I'm here to meet a friend. Could you buzz me in, please? I thought it was quite interesting, actually.
You even complimented his t-shirt.
I even complimented his t-shirt, indeed.
So you got us in. You got us in.
I did get us in, and I thought it was so fun to try and improvise and weasel your way into somewhere where you're clearly just not supposed to be.
Well, this is it. I mean, sometimes when you're serving papers, you've got locations which are a bit secure, telecom entities and so forth. So you have to come up with a bit of an act, and I think you did exceptionally well. So
thank you. Please make use of this.
It was boring because he wasn't there.
I know, and we heard him as well, guys.
We did hear him. He didn't come. The bastard
didn't come to the door.
So you've done a bit of everything, really. Then so you've done some research, a bit of surveillance, done some networking. What was your favourite bit out of all of that?
My favourite part was bragging to people about what I've done. And witnessing my friends, my family, my boyfriend bragging to others about what I do as well. It's become a token of bragging rights, basically. There's also one thing that I wanted to mention, which is I received the company cards and I felt very official and very, very proper. Thank you for that, by the way. I feel very included in the team, even though I've been here for a week.
We're going to look after everyone, so no, I'm really happy to hear that as well, actually. But so that's this week. There's plenty more coming up. I'm pretty sure you're on to a bit of moonlighting, aren't you, at the moment?
I am. I'm on this case, and next week there will be hopefully a large development in said case when I go undercover. Again, crazy thing to say out loud. Daria's going undercover. That is insane. Never thought I'd hear that. I don't know how much detail I'm supposed to say or not, but I will be meeting a certain person and pretending to be a different person in order to get information.
I think you put that quite eloquently.
Yeah.
Without revealing too much.
Protecting the privacy of our clients.
So within 2 weeks, you're going to be involved in a majority of the interesting things that we get up to. So, and you're obviously keen to put on a bit of a persona, make this character work for next week?
I am. I'm not telling you guys the name and I'm not telling you guys any details. Just know that she's cool. My persona is cool.
I love that. So what else do you think or want to do? What do you see yourself doing perhaps of your time with us here?
I want to work a case from start to finish, from the initial meeting with the clients, finding out information, to finding out answers and coming up with a resolution. Because I think so far I've just sort of been dropped in the middle of a case where I don't really know exactly what's happening. I'm sort of looking at a document which has been done by you or Nigel or anybody else. So I'm really looking forward to actually having a case that is mine and working it from start to finish. I think it will be incredibly satisfying and I think I'll be good at it. I want to do some more online research. So I've sort of done the land registry, reverse Google image searching, car registrations, but I want to learn more techniques like mobile forensics, which is your field, that I've never tried before. I think that would be amazing. And I want to do some more exciting surveillance, like, for example, what Adina did with the going undercover in person in London. I would like to do that maybe in a couple of months' time, because ultimately I just want to get to grips with everything and feel like I know what I'm doing. But that would be quite exciting to do, actually, if you let me.
So tell me about your feelings then when you were applying through this whole process, because we had 22 applicants, I believe, at the time, and those got shortlisted and whittled down to you, and here you are. Tell me about that experience and going through that.
I was nervous, but I'm so glad that I did it. Going back to that same Russian phrase. What was I literally wrote that down. Глаза боятся, руки делают. I was nervous, but I did it anyway. It was nerve-wracking, but I really enjoyed it. I felt that before meeting you guys, I was more nervous. And then as soon as I walked in, I realized that everybody's super nice, everybody's very welcoming. And I felt part of the team from the minute that I walked in, despite the fact I didn't even know that I got it. And I remember when I came in for my interview and Nigel stopped me as I was walking out of the room and asked me what I'm doing that same week. And I sort of said, oh, nothing. And he's like, how would you like to come to London? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, discuss that shortly. I go out the door again and I get stopped again saying, what are you doing for the entire week? How about you just come and do the week of work experience with us? We'll do everything. We'll cover the cost of travel. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. How about that? And I knew from that point that even if I didn't get it, that I would get some really valuable experience. Having said that, I'm glad that I got it.
I think that was a wonderful week. And again, learning the ropes, isn't it, to put you in the position where you are now. So yeah, wonderful. So then, Daria's Diaries. Come on, because you came up with this a little bit.
Did.
I think you like the idea
it's
of talking
actually
about this.
Daria's Detective Diary.
Oh, excuse me.
D.
Yeah, triple D.
I am thinking that everything that I've said in the last portion of this episode about things that I want to do, I want to keep coming back and explaining my experience, sort of saying if it was overwhelming, underwhelming, whether it was different from what I expected or exactly what I expected. So I think what you said at the beginning, every 2 or 3 weeks, as long as you give me something to talk about, assign me cases, put me to good use, and I will talk about it. And I think it would be very exciting to hear about as well.
Absolutely. I think people are going to quite enjoy hearing your particular insight because, of course, you are unique and it's going to be different from someone else. But coming from that sort of grassroots into learning the ropes and actually doing it, that's going to be quite a nice and wonderful experience.
I hope so.
I hope perhaps we're going to get this undercover story out there first, maybe once that dust has settled. And
yes, the dust has settled and I can write about it. Yeah, I think it's quite dangerous to say that because I want to focus on the task at hand instead of what am I going to say in the next one's episode. That's a dangerous thing to say, but yes, exactly. Сделай дело, гуляй смело. What I said at the beginning.
We're looking forward to hearing more from you. It's going to be a wonderful year, hopefully longer. We'll see, obviously. Is there anything else you want to leave the audience with before you go?
Just tune in. That's it.
You heard her. Tune in.
Get involved. Detective Diaries is interactive, which involves you, the listener. Do you have a case you'd like discussed? A burning question about investigative life? Send an email to podcast@private-detectives.co.uk or reach out via social media. You may hear your story featured in an upcoming episode. Don't forget to leave your contact details. The email address is in the show notes.
Depuis 18 ans, je sers la police avec distinction. Je n'ai jamais reçu un seul reproche de vos prédécesseurs. Je dois donc penser n'en avoir pas mérité. Depuis votre nomination à la 2e division, voilà la deuxième.
These are the words of Eugène-François Vidocq in his resignation letter from his position of Chief of the French National Sûreté in the 1820s before he became the world's first private detective. Listen to the story of his career from criminal to the founder of the Sûreté to private investigator here on Detective Diaries.
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast, brought to you by Answers Investigation and UK Fingerprint. If you've enjoyed our conversation and want to learn more about the fascinating world of investigations, be sure to check out Private Detectives Answers Investigation. Their experienced team offers a wide range of discreet and professional services, helping you find the answers you need with integrity and expertise. If you're interested in fingerprint analysis or require specialist fingerprint services, don't miss UK Fingerprint. As one of the leading fingerprint companies in the UK, they provide everything from identification to background checks, working with individuals, businesses, financial institutions, and gambling companies. To find out more, visit www.private-detectives.co.uk, that's a minus sign, and www.ukfingerprint.co.uk. These are your go-to resources for investigative solutions and fingerprint expertise. You can call their office on 020 7158 0332. Thanks once again for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious and keep seeking the truth.